Early morning in Hastings is starting under dark skies and wet pavement. Showers are likely through the commute, with a 60% chance of rain and rumbles of thunder expected before 7 a.m. If you're heading out, an umbrella is a necessity. Short sleeves are fine for later, but you'll want a light layer to deal with the damp morning air. Local impacts should be minor. Just be ready to wipe down those patio chairs later and keep a scoot indoors backup plan in case the rain lingers. This Thursday shares a square on the calendar with several massive shifts in American history, turning a routine morning into a look back at how we got here. The forecast is doing what we call the Levy Park two-step. After the early rumbles, the clouds will move out to reveal a warm, early June high near 81 degrees. Rainfall totals will stay light, staying under 1/10 of an inch for the city before the afternoon sun takes over. These shifting skies in Hastings are only the first part of the story for June 4th. It is a day of significant change, providing a bridge between the local atmosphere and a much larger timeline of national progress. That same early morning timeline connects us back to 1896. While most of the country was still asleep on June 4th, Henry Ford was making the first trial run of his Quadricycle, a small four-wheeled vehicle built in a workshop. That single test drive launched an American transportation empire that would eventually change how the entire world moves. Long before the car, this date saw men struggling against the elements for another reason. On June 4th, 1754, a young George Washington was out in the Pennsylvania wilderness, leading a small force to build a stockade known as Fort Necessity. That small fort became a focal point for the early conflict that grew into the French and Indian War. The morning hours of this date have often been a building phase for the nation's foundations. As the afternoon skies in Hastings began to clear on this date in 1919, a different kind of breakthrough was happening in Washington, D.C. The U.S. Senate finally passed the Susan B. Anthony Amendment Resolution, a move that had been decades in the making. The resolution passed with a vote of 56 to 25. Local momentum followed quickly, and Minnesota would ratify the 19th Amendment just months later in September. Just as the clouds are parting over the riverfront today, the passage of this amendment cleared a path for a long-awaited expansion of American democracy. Back in the present, a 10-mile-per-hour southwest wind is pushing the last of the rain out of the Hastings area. A calm, partly sunny evening is settling over downtown and Levy Park. Our local Thursday forecast shares a date with the events that helped set national boundaries, established our transportation system, and secured the right to vote. Weather can change quickly, so remember to check the National Weather Service for any official local alerts before you head out. Step into the 81-degree warmth with a better sense of what this date has seen before, and share this Hastings Now update with a neighbor.